A wonderful stand of 79 with Saad Shakil. South Africa would have been looking up at that scoreboard. The lead was over 60. But now a timely breakthrough, courtesy Marco Jansen. He's got 3 for 20. Rizwan, Salman and Amir Jamal all can bat, as can Nasim Shah. So that lead could very well go over 150. But can South Africa trigger a collapse like they have throughout this test match? 4 for 20 and then 3 for none in the first innings for Pakistan. Right now, the breakthrough hopefully stems the run flow.
Yeah, there's two things about that wicket. First of all, it took a little bit of a while to get Marco Jansen to the attack, which was a surprise for me because of the way he had gone yesterday. He was the chief destroyer. He was the one who created things in the second innings. Surf was not offering as much as in the first innings, but with his extra bounce. And then secondly, having been in this situation, there's no doubt that Kagiso Rabada will be sitting there going, oh my word, how many times did I go past the outside edge of Babar Azam's bat? And then it was a short wide one. It was whacked away and caught in the fence. He'll be very happy that he's out. But you'll think this game of cricket sometimes.
Going at over 4.3 to the over since the start of play at 20 to 2 local time. 11 boundaries scored so far in the day. That's the reason why Babar Azam will be so disappointed. All the hard work done. But, South Africa just weren't consistent enough and they pounced on it.
All of his 3 wickets that have gone, it's basically bounce. Have a look at this first one. That one bounces, catches the shoulder of the bat. This one bounces off a full length, catches the shoulder of the bat. And this is a drag down, but it's so high that he's unable to control it. Babar Azam unable to get over the top of it. And Jansen's got 3.
They can't keep Corbin Bosch out of the game. 4 for a 50 and Arch as well.
Polly, I'm not too sure if Babar Azam tried to keep that down. Just the way he played the shot, it seemed as though he tried to go on over the top, which was quite surprising to me considering that point was back. I think it was a case of short wide, hit it as hard as I can.
End of the over, 38 to 59 for 4. And they lead by 69. It's time for drinks here at Supersport Park.
This drink break is brought to you by
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है।
चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है।
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है।
नए स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी कमाल का टेस्ट है यार।
एक्टिंग है या नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी।
Good calling, good rotation of strike. And they're going to start rebuilding again. Shakil's up to 40. Squeezed onto the leg side by Rizwan. Still very overcast here at Centurion, but no threat of rain. We've been very fortunate. Rain stopped just before 1 p.m. local time. The drainage is fantastic here, so the ground staff work really hard to get us ready. In about 30 or 40 minutes back on the field. It's looking promising at the moment.
Shakil this innings has looked really good compared to the first innings when have a look at his dismissal, shuffling across and looking to take the short ball on, and he looked pretty fanatic in the first innings. Thought he was playing the pitch more than the ball. And this innings he's looked a lot more assured. He's played nice and straight, played some good cover drives. And the ball was straight at his pads. Tucked it through mid-wicket very comfortably, and he's looked really good with 40.
Ramesh has redeemed himself. When he walked in the first innings, he said he's just a nudger, just a genuine test match batter nudger. Lots of strategies being discussed there at the moment. And the second innings, it's been more what Ramesh was explaining. He's been prepared, even though if you look at his strike rate, he's going at 73, 40 or 55 deliveries.
His first innings 14 of 6 balls, suddenly a T20 game he was playing in the first innings. It's good for him and good for Pakistan that he's a lot more assured in this innings, Polly. Half an appeal from Marco Jansen. Ball did seem to be sliding down leg side.
Probably a little inside edge on it as well. Deciding not to go up, 161 for 4.
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है।
चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है।
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है।
एक कप और टपल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की
It takes away a bit of the angle that brings the slips. If you bowl from over the wicket, it brings the slips into more into the game. You have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, for me, it always used to depend on if you've got that ability to shape it back at the left hander. If you have, then I used to like to come over because it brings the LBW, the bowl, and then obviously also on the angle brings the slip cordon into play. If you go wide on the crease, much similar to where Corbin's bowling from, a lot of the batters, if you come that far around, will kind of go and bat an off stump, which means that contact's made outside the stumps if it hits the pad. That's the last one was going down. Oh, just a little bit of clippage. Would have been umpire's call, but wouldn't have been overturned, so no damage done from a South African perspective. But yeah, to Janssen, he's kind of creeping onto off stump. So if you're bowling a right arm around the wicket, and on that angle, as I say, you're going to make contact probably outside the stumps. And also, because they go and shift across, it's kind of bowled is eliminated, because you've either got to chop it on. It's very rare that you're going to go find a way through to hit the timber. So you're kind of just relying on one dismissal, and that's the court. But if you've got that ability to take it the other way, like we've seen KG do, I think he's brilliant at doing it. He operates around Glenn McGrath. My time was past master. Freddie Flintoff was very good at doing it to the left-handers as well. Then I think it's a good option. But Corbin Bosch is getting to shape back in him. I wouldn't be adverse to him going over, as you suggest.
Sense the tension around the ground when that partnership was going on between Babar Azam and Saad Shakil. Almost everyone at the ground, you almost feel that they're really switched on. They understand the importance of this game, and knowing that a win here, South Africa will be into that final of the World Test Championship. And that wicket went down, there's suddenly that ease of pressure, but still the pressure of Pakistan and what they could still do with the bat lingers.
Yeah, we were discussing before play, weren't we, about what a decent total to defend would be, and we just felt like if you got over 200, that's competitive. And if you look at what Pakistan were in the first innings, they were 56 for 4. So in real terms, as the match stands now, they've got a lead of 72, so that's basically 72 for 4. If they're bat similar, and I thought their last 3 wickets went down 189, 189, 189, and then 211. So there's a little bit more of a wagging of the tail there. They would think from this position, compared to the first innings, they could maybe post 225, 250. And I think that would be challenging for South Africa.
Ufone 4G पे U Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में। अभी *1234*4 hash मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रख के आपकी घर।
Also not in this weather, I would say, Polly. Just under an hour away from tea, which will be taken at 4 p.m. local time. Play can be extended to 6:30, light and weather permitting, but 60 overs scheduled in the day. After the end of the serve, there will be 41 overs still to go. So just a fair amount of time in the day today, and of course still 2 days to go. So lots of time in the test match, and that's what Pakistan should be saying to themselves. Lots of time to bat. We've a good partnership between Bob, good batting still to come. As we've mentioned before, in the last 10 years, 151 for 4 is the highest chase, South Africa versus Pakistan. Edgy, that will run away to the boundary for 4. Precious runs for Pakistan. The lead goes up to 79.
Fortuitous shot from Saad Shakil. The ball was pitched up. The question was posed whether to go for the drive or not, and he did go for it. He's got the desired outcome of a thick outside edge for 4. You take all the runs you can in the third innings. Every boundary will be hurting South Africa. It'll be like a stab in the back.
Should have just been a single. Good running, gives them 2 runs.
Yeah, that's awesome running from Saad Shakil and Mohammad Rizwan. We know that they're both quite quick between the wickets and great awareness from them. So Tony Dizorzi maybe just looking for two, so didn't give it the full chase. It's good running. Partnerships moving on to 18. The lead at 81. Once the lead gets to 100, then it put the nerves for the South Africans.
Up for Saad Shakil. Timely innings, and his team appreciated, applauding from the change room, of 67 deliveries, including 7 boundaries. 8th career 50. He's got 400s as well. First 50 versus South Africa in Test match cricket.
Saad Shakil's played really well. Although he sees strike rate of 74, it hasn't felt like he's been hitting many boundaries. He's gone along with his work really quietly, nudging his ones and twos.
Another wicket, and South Africa right back in it. The dangerous Mohammad Rizwan has to go. Yes, the captain Shan Masood cannot believe it. But South Africa have wicket number 5.
Yeah, once again, it's Marco Jansen. Would commonly consider this one as a little bit of a burgle, but it's back of a leg. There's maybe the extra bounce once again. Just gets a glove on it as he's trying to almost pull out of trying to paddle it around the corner, and off he goes.
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट लंबा चलेगा।
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है।
चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है।
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है।
From never to my first ever. Join the flip side.
नए स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी। कमाल का टेस्ट है यार।
एक्टिंग है या नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी का कमाल, खुद ट्राई करके देखो।
Ufone 4G पे U Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में। अभी *1234*4# मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट लंबा चलेगा।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
Look at the dismissal of Mohammad Rizwan. Oh, real nothing delivery. Mohammad Rizwan's eyes would have lit up, but it was a weird shot. It looked like he pulled out of it in the last minute, and the ball rushed him and just grazed the glove and caught behind. Nice catch from Kyle Verreynne. It's all started with the dismissal of Babar Azam. I think that's why he's so disappointed.
Loose delivery. I'll pick up a single. Salman Aga on strike now.
No, I haven't changed. I haven't changed. I don't want to, but the one I can. That's it. I usually don't change.
Yeah, this one actually bounced probably less than he was expecting. But I'm still not sure why he tried to pull out of it. I thought in that strong position he could just go with it, actually try and hit it hard. Way to the fence, but a bonus wicket for the South Africans.
Suddenly it looks a different game, doesn't it? At one stage, the runs were flowing, Babar Azam, Saad Shakil just dictating proceedings. But it's been the nature of this game where one wicket brings two and suddenly the surface looks like it's doing something. 2 wickets have fallen, but a healthy 85 runs have been scored so far. The lead is 83.
South Africa thinking two more wickets, maybe even one more, and they feel like they've opened up an end.
Marco Jansen, his best test figures at Centurion is a 4 for 55, currently 4 for 31. South Africa hope that their bowlers can now group together and try to really put a stop to Pakistan and the runs they've been scoring, the ease at which they've been scoring it.
There's no doubt, even though he hasn't felt at his best, you'll be happy with 4 for. Wasn't given the new ball, that's nicely clipped. Patterson will give chase and cut it off. He wasn't given the new ball, maybe because of the way he bowled in the first innings, Marco Jansen, but 2 massive wickets at the back end of play yesterday and then introduced into the attack today, another 2 big ones. So really has played his part in the bowling attack in the second innings.
One ball to go in the 42nd over. The run rates come down a little bit. That's what happens when wickets fall. 2 have fallen in quick succession. It's a wayward delivery.
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट लंबा चलेगा।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
अपना कोई भी पुराना मोबाइल हमें दे जाएं और नया सैमसंग फोन ले जाएं।
सैमसंग ट्रेड इन ऑफर, पुराना फोन लाओ, नया फोन ले जाओ।
नए स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी, कमाल का टेस्ट है यार।
एक्टिंग है या नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी का कमाल, खुद ट्राई करके देखो।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
Round the wicket and he's got 5. Marco Jansen. He's all over Pakistan at the moment and he's got his test best at Centurion. 5 for 31.
Yeah, this is a brilliant performance from Marco Jansen. Pakistan will be so disappointed. At one stage they were thinking maybe we can post 200 for South Africa to chase down, and all of a sudden with a flourish, 153 for 3, it's now 176 for 6. Samanaga, he's going to be disappointed with there's no real need to play a big booming drive. He'd only been at the crease for 2 deliveries before this one, but South Africa will not mind whatsoever. Wide, he's just had a massive drive at it, founds the edge. 5 for Jansen, 6 down for Pakistan. And
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है।
चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है।
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है।
The truth is now just a circle away. Circle and search it. Just like that.
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट लंबा चलेगा।
नए स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी, कमाल का टेस्ट है यार।
एक्टिंग है या नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी का कमाल, खुद ट्राई करके देखो।
वास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। वास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट, लंबा चलेगा।
Never get lost in translation. Galaxy AI's live translate feature. You can talk in any language, just like that.
एक कप और टपक
Yeah, the wicket ball pitched up half volley length. That's what did Salman Agha. In fact, it was pitched up. It threw his bat at the ball. I have to say, quite early in your innings, particularly on a wicket that's got a bit of bounce. You've just come to the crease. Marco Jansen will count himself very fortunate. Well done.
How often you hear bowlers say, I didn't bowl as well as I could have, but I've got the wickets, and perhaps that's the situation with Jansen.
Yeah, his groupings haven't been at his best, but what he has done is he's bowled the wicket-taking deliveries. Ball's pitched up, he's asked question for the batsman whether to drive or not, and they took the option and they've nicked off. A few balls have bounced, and he's working with all the attributes that he has: the bounce, the swing. Sitting with 5 for 31 in a very quick time.
It was very quiet for a long time when Babar Azam and Saad Shakil were batting. You could sense the tension. We talked this being the semi-final for South Africa ahead of that World Test Championship final. It's one they're eyeing. The band are up on their feet. I'll be hoping South Africa's bowlers have found some rhythm. Jansen up in the 140s. At Supersport Park, Marco Jansen. 18 wickets in 4 matches. Average of 21.28. Best of 5 for 31 right here. End of 43 over.
एक कप और टपल दानेदार तुम में एक और कप चाय।
वास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। वास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट, लंबा चलेगा।
Ufone 4G पे U Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में। अभी *1234*4 मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ।
नए स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी, कमाल का टेस्ट है यार।
एक्टिंग है या नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी का कमाल, खुद ट्राई करके देखो।
Yeah, 153 for 3. Quickly became 176 for 6. That's how change from a rather hopeful situation with many a scenario painted and quick as a flash. It shifts.
There's the statistical shift, and they're down the leg side, but getting the wicket, and there's the moment he got his fifer. Outside off, flashing blade.
And so often, many will look at, oh, how's it going? What are you doing? What does it feel like? Nice shot. That is very nice. Down the ground and away for 4. Saud Shakil has looked really good in this knock.
Yeah, I mean, early in the innings, he played a great cover drive, and this probably is the second best shot that he's played. Straight drive, different direction through mid-on. Lovely. Full face of the bat, and the balance was good. He was walking into that drive. Once again, great balance. That's been the real standout feature for me in this performance from South Shakil. Just wanted to bring that.
Yeah, it's about effectiveness. How can you be effective despite things not being just so? Sometimes you turn up as a bowler and your wrist's not quite right, or you don't feel so good in terms of rhythm, but you've got to figure out a way you can be effective for the team. Thinking of two. Nope, not on.
Truth is now just a circle away. Circle and search it, just like that.
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय। मीज़ान में अज़ीज़ मीज़ान में अच्छी लगती है।
वास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। वास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट, लंबा चलेगा।
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है।
चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे
Can't count down the spirit of Amir Jamal also, so keep an eye on him also, I'd say, because he's your guy for a tough situation. Against Australia, he played a couple of great innings. Against the odds, he defied the odds and got Pakistan on track. 82 he got against Australia in one of the games. Sydney Test.
Lovely. Caressed into that offside. Just trying to get himself going. Amir Jamal. For South Africa, critical that they're tight as they go along here. New batter ought not to get away easily, because already 97 as a lead, as in that sort of zone where everyone's thinking, ooh, how many are too many? Yeah, really good running. The understanding that they must keep building, that this lead must swell, mushroom to something that will give them confidence. And once it gets to 3 figures, psychologically, well, it's not just going to be a walk in the park to bat last and get those runs. Make the last 4 wickets count. And with each single easily acquired. There you go. Here are the 3 figures. Partnership is going at a run of ball.
I think you mentioned the mental edge of getting to that 3 figures. At lead, the South African batters will be well aware of how difficult it is and how tricky it can be to bat on this type of wicket. It's a score that, if they do get to 150, everybody in the stadium will be expecting them to chase that down. But Test cricket's a different animal.
Superb shot. Really well played by Amir Jamal. Away for 4 this time. Further in front of that sweeper.
Yeah, straight away showing why he's such a dangerous customer for the opponents in the slot, but good hand speed through the ball. And then areas through the offside that you can target, vacant area, that, and so that ball went to the fence quite quickly.
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है।
चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है।
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट, लंबा चलेगा।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
Never get lost in translation. Galaxy AI's live translate feature. You can talk in any language, just like that.
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट, लंबा चलेगा।
There. Here's Patterson. That's a good start.
Anything that has been pitched within the stumps, he's made good use of it. So that's a good line for Amir Jamal. He's been advised here by Saud Shakil, asking him to just take it a bit easy. So here's the ripple effect of that 50 kilometers jog every day for cancer, and he's doing it with a smile.
Yeah, the Childhood Cancer Foundation of South Africa. Yeah, choc.org.za. Get on there, find a way to donate. And a really, really good cause. Yeah. Pink Day not so long ago. Breast cancer awareness.
He'll be more tested outside the stumps rather than the ball that is pitched within the stumps, and we've seen a couple of times in this over already where he's given it a go outside the off stump and has been beaten. Pakistan need this innings to be on track. Again. That's the line. In two minds probably, because he wants to feel the ball on the bat.
You'd also say that that's probably a patient line at this time. Sandile, looking good. Come on there, Oscar. Yes, nice one, gents.
Let's go up here as well, Pommy.
Yeah, we'll go.
Go on.
Yeah, say a patient line outside off from him. Oh, he's had this trouble, hasn't he? All the way through the game. Another no ball. Pushing that line all the time. And unfortunately, over that line too often. The tussle is now when you're on the brink, and Bavuma, look at that little grimace there. You see that? A little grimace where he's looking at the scoreboard, looking at that lead and trying to work out how he could get another little cluster of wickets to try and end this innings. And essentially there must be work done with great patience by his bowlers and discipline. Really?
दिन चाहे नया हो, फर्स्ट हमेशा याद रहता है। पहला स्मार्टफोन वीगोटेल का नया फ्लेक्स 2।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय। मीज़ान में मीज़ान में अच्छी लगती है।
वास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। वास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट, लंबा चलेगा।
Simply Sufi, now introducing Chicken Cheese Paratha. Add new flavors to life. Available at all leading stores nationwide. For home delivery, dial 0800 746 75.
The website and donating. Yeah, he needs more of that. Janssen, with what he has, natural attributes, tall, long, some might say. He'll create difficulty, present difficulty for anyone who has to face up to him, even with regular bounce.
Keeps a straight face, a poker face for a fast bowler. Doesn't show a lot. Janssen always seems to be in that contemplating mood where he's introspecting himself.
He's feisty, actually. So if someone pokes the bear, there'll be trouble. He's kind of had a few confrontations on field that have shown us that he won't take a backward step. Very competitive, even though the outlook, as you look at him on the outside. And I think in this game, I think it's more about, see the expression on the face there. I think it's more about what I was talking about before. Bowlers sort of struggling with rhythm, struggling with release or something, struggling with your action. And so you're continually walking back and trying to work it out.
No.
And you know, what are you happy about? But instead, what you're asking is essentially, what are you unhappy about? And each delivery, as you sort of walk back, you're trying to fix things.
Shouldn't be fixing things. He's 5 for 42.
True. He can't help how he's feeling.
Maybe feel all right, ends up with 8 for 42 or something.
I tell you what, South Africa will be happy with that, especially if it can happen pretty quickly. Nearly. 2-card trick, send the man back.
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
Ufone 4G पे U Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में। अभी *1234*4 करते जाओ।
वास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। वास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट, लंबा चलेगा।
मीज़ान में अच्छी लगती है। एक कप और टपाल दानेदार,
Has great pace as well, Marco Jansen, and then has abilities with the bat. So really a good one to have, and is a left armer. So a good one to have in the lineup, whether you're thinking lengthening of that batting lineup or you're thinking sort of variation to a bowling attack.
Yeah, and he's one of those guys that is almost an X-factor player. When the game's almost dead and you think you're out of it, is that type of player, whether it's fielding, whether it's bowling, whether it's batting. He always manages to do something in a game that just clicks into gear and does something spectacular. Yeah, and it's just something I picked up in Marco Jansen's action. If you watch, we'll get a visual of it now, but KJ Rabada, he always taught as a bowler, when you let go of the delivery, you've got to recoil your left arm or your front arm. Look how high KJ Rabada recoils that left arm all the way up. And Marco Jansen, yes, a lot taller, but potentially could be able to get that right arm of his working. You see how it stops there. You almost feel that the action's not being completed, and if you can get that arm to fly all the way up, you'll hit the wicket a lot harder, complete the action, and definitely gather a bit more pace.
Fielding, excellent work. And Tristan Stubbs with smart move.
A mood lifter, definitely, for South Africa in the field with an effort like that. Really is clever at cover.
And the line that Dan Patterson's operating on at the moment, I mentioned earlier on that you want him to go straight, doesn't mind that. You want to leave it outside off and almost get him fishing. We've seen so many dismissals in this test match where guys have nicked off outside off, and the way Dan Patterson does move the angle of the ball, he can confuse you as to where your off stump is. So that corridor that he's operating in at the moment now is definitely one that can bring the slips into play, the gully. But when that fielder had covered, all of a sudden that easy single's been taken away. So this is good tactics from South Africa at the moment.
I decided it was time to go straight in my head, and I was just motioning to Rambo upstairs here, thinking his change-up might be to bowl that same sort of line but from wider, so that Armour thinks that it's coming in at the stumps, ready, looking like he's trying to play some shots. He wants to score, wants to feel the ball on the bat, and is cognizant of that accumulating is necessary, and wherever he can nick a single, nudge it into the offside.
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट लंबा चलेगा।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है। चल पगले, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है।
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है।
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट लंबा चलेगा।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय।
From never to my first ever. Join the flip side.
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो
They want to break this stand. Rabada 1 for 64. I can't believe he's got one. The work that he's done, in particular in the first inning, was just sensational. The work he did in the first innings. And Marco Jansen 5 for 42. Extraordinary stuff from him. After Rabada and Bosch started proceedings yesterday, but this lead 110 is it's sort of neither here nor there at the moment. South Africa will be delighted because they know these wickets, these last few, can disappear pretty quickly. This partnership's been okay, 24 at the moment. Saad Shakil's been nice and positive, and he's played solidly. 63 off 84 balls now. 8 fours in that 64. Salman Aliaga will be disappointed that he's sitting back in that change room, because he's someone that they certainly would have relied on to try and push things forward for the visitors. Just faced 3 deliveries before he was caught behind off the bowling of the Giant. Making sure those gloves are well out of the way of any excess bounce that might occur. Great to see this bright sunshine now. We can go through to 6:30 local time if it is still nice and bright. That's turned off about middle stump from Jamal. Just the single. Deep in concentration. Snappers are ready. Bowed out at the last minute. Line was perfect.
Yeah, KJ Rabada has bowled very well. Not surprised he's gone a few half-trackers, seeing that the wickets have fallen with those deliveries.
Nice to see that crowd actually this morning. We had a reasonable turnout before the start of play today. Everyone was expectant. We thought we were going to be underway for a couple of hours. Forecast said we would be for a little while, but then that rain came.
मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट पेंट जो रखे आपकी घर की बैरूनी दीवारों को सर्दी के सब असरात से महफूज। मास्टर वेदर रेजिस्टेंट, लंबा चलेगा।
मुझे तेरा ख्याल ही बहुत है। चल पगली, मुझे पता है तेरे पास डेटा बहुत है।
जब यूफोन 4G की डिजिटल मेगा ऑफर पे मिले 200 GB डेटा, तो हर दिल बोले डेटा बहुत है।
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय। मीज़ान में मीज़ान में अच्छी लगती है।
Now that's a little bit short. That's just slapped for 4.
Yeah, that was a bit of a gift. I think Patterson, first delivery of the over, I think he's got this one badly wrong. Either the foot's maybe stuck in the pitch, but that is a freebie, just short, wide, 120 kilometers per hour. And yeah, Jamal says, thank you very much, I'll take a boundary.
Eases that one fairly fine. Work to be done. The Zorzi down there coming back for the second comfortably. Good running.
Excellent running from Amir Jamal and Saad Shakil. Good intensity. They're very, very well aware. They need to keep the scoreboard ticking, get that lead up. Once they saw that Tony Zorzi, apologies, were far away from the ball. Lead up now to 118, slowly creeping up.
Yeah, just needs a good partnership, a really good partnership here for Pakistan, and then for that tail to do what South Africa did. South Africa's last couple of wickets were very impressive. 88 they put on actually, the last 2. So that was outstanding work from those batsmen. Of course, Corbin Bosch was sensational.
In contrast, Pakistan, the first innings, their 7th, 8th and 9th wicket put on nothing. Absolutely zero.
There's a little conversation between Aiden Markram and Jamal, talking about the ball just lifting a little bit with Jamal on strike now to Patterson. He certainly hasn't got the height of Marco Janssen or the pace. Cries of catch. That is out. It's a very good catch. Ryan Rickleton. He's got good hands. Patterson's not scared to ball that short one, and it's worked perfectly with two men back.
Yeah, Amir Jamal doesn't want to get off the wicket. He doesn't want to go back to the dressing room. He cannot believe he's fallen into that trap. I think it was a trap that was suggested by Temba Bavuma, because as the wicket or the catch is taken, Dane Patterson turned around, pointed at Temba Bavuma and ran in his direction. Cross seam delivery, bangs it in short. The height is good, unable to roll the wrists. Middles it, but it's airborne. Rickleton moves briskly to his left, takes a good catch.
Ufone 4G पे U Power 300 लगाओ with 8 GB data, 100 off net minutes. वो भी सिर्फ 300 रुपए में. अभी *1234*4 hash मिलाओ और लगातार बातें करते जाओ.
एक कप और टपाल दानेदार, तुम में एक और कप चाय. Master